Welcome back to another video, guys, and I want to start off saying this quality won't be the best, and also I am not the best at drawing either, but I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is the top 10 biggest countries in the world by KM2, and I'll also be sharing some facts about the countries. And yes, I have researched this, so do not worry. I will try not to leave any faulty things, but yeah. So we start off with Algeria, which is this land. Its capital is Algiers. It's also the largest Muslim country in the world, a part of the Arab League. And it also is one of the least developed countries in Africa and one of the hardest to get into. It's also mainly desert, with a population of under 40 million. Now, it's 2.38 million KM2, and you'll probably, if you're over 6th grade, you will probably know that KM2 is square kilometers. In 10th, it's 10th, so that's Algeria. And so, in 9th, we have Kazakhstan. The capital is Nur Sultan. Kazakhstan recently recreated their entire alphabet, spending billions reteaching all of their citizens the alphabet. And yeah, it's also once home to one of the fourth largest lake in the world, which was destroyed by the Soviet Union, called the Aral Sea. It's 2.72 million square kilometers, just a teeny bit bigger than this. And yeah, it's a pretty big boy. And in 8th, we go up a teeny bit more by around 6,000 kilometers. Or 60,000? I forgot. But this is Argentina. This is its capital on the coast right here. Argentina fought a war with the United Kingdom in the Falkland Islands, where it got absolutely destroyed. It also helped Ecuador in the war against the goats in the Galapagos Islands. It is 8th place, and it's a pretty cold country with some deserts. It has a mix of geography. And in the 7th place, we have India, with its capital being New Delhi. It has a lot of historical rivalries and border disputes with countries such as Nepal, China, Bhutan, Myanmar, and more. And it was once owned by the United Kingdom, as well as a lot of other countries that were owned. And it was called the British East India Company. It is 3.28 miles in KM2, which is kind of a big shot up from here. It's also the 7th biggest country in the world, and here we shoot up a lot. So this one was 3.28. This is 7.6 million square kilometers. This is Australia. Pretty much nobody lives here. Its capital is Sydney. You probably heard of Sydney if you ever played Octogeddon or anything like that. It also owns the Tasmanian Islands, where the last extinct Tasmanian tiger was found in 1938. It also fought a war against emus earlier in the 1930s, which it lost. And that's big meme up to this day. It is absolutely huge, and it's its own continent. Here is Brazil, 5th place. A lot of people are probably going to be making fun of me in the comments once I turn comments on, because I'm going to pronounce their capital horribly. But this is Brazil, and their capital is Brasilia, or Brasilia. It is 8.51 million square kilometers. Just barely almost 1 million square kilometers bigger than Australia. It's also our 5th place spot. So in 4th, we have none other than the United States with 9.37 million square kilometers, almost a million bigger than Brazil. It's also 4th place. You guys already know a lot about the United States, and I don't think I need to talk about a lot of that, since 56% of my views and my history on YouTube are mostly from Americans. So yeah, a few of them might have had a VPN. I remember I had a Canadian who used a VPN to get me an American thing, but I can't remember. This is China with 9.7 million square kilometers, not that much bigger than the USA. It has border disputes with the likes of Taiwan, Japan, India, Mongolia, and even Russia, and it also boasts the world's second strongest military. It's also one of the fastest growing nations in terms of GDP and population. It's also the largest population in the world, being only one of two countries to have over 700 million things, as well as over 1 billion. So, in our second place, this is pretty obvious, it's Canada. The second highest portion of my viewers are Canadian. So if you're Canadian in this video, just let me know in the comments. But their capital is Ottawa. From what I studied, barely any Canadians know their capital, which is actually Ottawa. A lot of people think it's Toronto, but it's not. It also is home to one of the most famous crashes in history, the Hudson Bay crash in the 1970s. It also is pretty big and not that cold as a lot of people think it is. It also boasts a pretty small population for its size of less than California's population, and just about Greece and Australia's populations combined. It's only 100,000 square kilometers away from 10 million, and well, that's Canada. In our first place, we all expected this. It's the big daddy of Earth, having over 11% of the world's land area. Its capital is Moscow. We all knew it would be Russia. It's first place, 17 million square kilometers. It's highly aggressive towards other countries such as the European Union, Ukraine, Belarus, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Finland. It also has border disputes with China and Mongolia. It also recently crumbled in 1991 from the Soviet Union. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice day.